Parenting, as we know, is a very, very difficult job. It never gets over. It's a 24 by 7 job that goes on for life. To be a parent, you have to be extremely selfless. You have to do things for your child. You have to make sacrifices for your child. So, parenting is a very, very difficult job. However, it is very important that parenting has to be done in the right way for you to develop good values in your children and to make them good citizens of the world. For that, appropriate parenting style is very important. The concept of parenting styles was extensively researched and categorized by developmental psychologist Diana Baumrind in the 1960s and later expanded by researchers such as Maccabee and Martin. Baumrind identified four main parenting styles based on two dimensions: responsiveness, that is, the degree of warmth and supportiveness, and demandingness, that is, the level of control and expectations. These four styles are authoritative parenting, authoritarian parenting, permissive parenting, and neglectful or uninvolved parenting. First is authoritative parenting. It is characterized by high responsiveness. Authoritative parents are warm, nurturing, and supportive. However, they have high demandingness. They have high expectations for their children, but they also provide the resources and support needed to meet those expectations. Their communication is open and reciprocal. Parents listen to their children and encourage independence while maintaining clear boundaries. Children tend to be self disciplined, confident, and socially adept when they are raised by authoritative parents. They are often good at problem solving and tend to perform well academically. They have high self esteem and lower levels of depression and anxiety. This is a mixed and balanced approach to parenting and must be adopted for good parenting outcomes. The second is authoritarian parenting. It is characterized by low responsiveness. Authoritarian parents are strict and less likely to express warmth, love, or nurture. They have high demandingness. They have high expectations and enforce rigid rules, often without explaining the reasoning behind them. The communication is top down. Parents expect obedience without question and use punitive measures to control behavior. What is the impact on children? Children may be obedient and proficient but tend to have lower self esteem and higher levels of anxiety and depression. They have less developed social skills, possibly leading to difficulties in social situations. The third is permissive indulgent parenting. These parents are very warm and indulgent to the level of spoiling their children. They have few rules and very few expectations, allowing children to a great deal of freedom. The communication is open, but there is no guidance and no structure. Parents act more like friends than authority figures. Children may struggle with self-discipline and self-control, often exhibiting behavioral problems. They tend to perform poorly in school due to lack of structure and expectations. Higher risk of substance abuse and issues with authority are also the emotional and social issues involved with this kind of parenting. The last and fourth type of parenting is neglectful or uninvolved style of parenting. Neglectful or uninvolved parents are detached and unresponsive to their child's needs. They have very low demandingness. They have very few, if any, expectations or rules for their children. Communication is also very minimal. Parents are often indifferent, uninvolved, or even neglectful. Children often experience a range of negative outcomes, including attachment issues, poor academic performance, and behavioral problems. Higher levels of anxiety, depression, and risk taking behaviors are seen in such children. They may struggle with forming healthy relationships and have very low self esteem. To conclude, understanding these four parenting styles provides insight into how different approaches to raising children can impact their development. While authoritative parenting is generally associated with the most positive outcomes, it's essential to consider the individual child's needs, cultural context, and family dynamics. Effective parenting often involves a balance of responsiveness and demandingness, adapting to the child's developmental stage and unique personality. Thank you so much for listening.